Good evening everyone and welcome to Admiral Markets webinar. Today is 18th of May 2015. My name is Nenad and we will see 5 different setups on Euro, Pound, Australian Dollar, Euro Cad and Dollar Yen. I hope that you had a great week before this, and I hope that you made some pips from by using our previous week setups. I personally had a good week and there were a lot of pips really to grab, and I hope that you at least make 30, 50, or maybe you made 100 pips, but we had something like 215 pips pool. So let's see what this week will bring us, but sure, I have prepared 5 different analyses and setups for you. So before we begin, as always, our standard is disclaimer. Online educational materials are available by Admiral Markets as Estonia for a global audience. Therefore, please take into consideration that information in this session may not be suitable for everyone. To get a corresponding information on charting conditions and any other detail, please visit www.admiralmarketsglobal.com, select your country of residence, and contact an appropriate entity. A risk disclosure statement stating all possible risks associated with Forex market. By accepting the risk, you're also proceeding further with me. Admiral Markets UK Ltd takes no responsibility for the information accuracy. The analysis represents the personal opinion of the author. It's me in this case, and in no way it represents the actual suggestion for the trade. These are not the MUK's opinions, and the website in the video is not the .co.uk website, but the globalnews.com website. Forex is risky business, and this should not be taken as advice. It's a personal opinion only. This webinar is for informational and educational purposes only. So with having said that, we are ready to proceed, guys and traders. So you probably know I will show you the analysis from today, and I think that you grab some pips from this analysis. As you could see, we had a breakout of 1370, 1360, and we could have made some 30, 35 pips from this breakout. So this is now very important zone. We will see if euro will manage to stay below. If it stays below, then guys, we should be ready for a bigger drop towards 1285, but this should be also a possible buy trade. So this was today's analysis, and from this point euro started to drop. So breakout trade from this analysis today. I hope that you made some pips, okay? Because it was a breakout trade, okay? Then we will see what I've prepared for you this week. For all newcomers and people who are still who still don't know what to do with this analysis and our entry points and POCs, let me tell you first that POC is actually our entry zone. So for all of you who were wondered and who have been wondered about my POC, because on each single chart I have made so far, you can read POC. That is actually point of confluence. So basically that is our entry zone, and point of confluence is actually a modified supply and demand zone. And from that point, within the zone, we expect price to bounce in our direction. So that is POC, okay? You usually need to give price a breathing room, and you usually enter within 5 to 10 pips of the predicted level if it's in agreement with your system. Always respect your stop loss. Add the spread to your stop loss. If you want to make a pending order, buy pending order, then you should add also spread to your buy pending order. We usually take only one position, whichever hits first, be it a positional trade or alternative trade. It's no wonder that sometimes both positions are hit and both positions are in profit. But just for the sake of our safety while trading, we take usually one position, whichever hits first, okay? Position trades are called trend trades. Then alternative trades are called counter trend trades, okay? So we have positional trades and alternative trades, okay? Guys, for all requests, Adam asked, he's telling me that he won't be able to attend. Guys, if you don't know or if you have any suggestions, or I don't know, you cannot follow through all the webinar, I really suggest that you follow this webinar till the end. But if some of you is not maybe the opportunity to follow it, then send me your email and I will see what can I do. So Adam, or I can say Adam, please send me your email. My email is tarantulafx@gmail.com and we will see, okay? Just send me your email. But follow this webinar till the end, because you also are learning price action through these webinars, okay? Positional trades, as I told you, are trend trades. Alternative trades are actually counter trend trades. Breakout and scalp trades are done independently. So in addition to position and alternative trade, we can use our second entry, effectively calling it a breakout or a scalp trade, okay? Usage of trailing stop is highly recommended because price is very volatile and we really need to use trailing stop. These setups are valid for today, tomorrow, and sometimes the day after tomorrow. Scalp trades should be done at or very close to important support resistance levels. All this analysis and scalp levels and other levels are calculated by historical levels and Camarilla. You can add these levels to your system and pay attention as always to my Twitter updates. The term which I use, pips pool, that means the maximum available number of pips you could have made on, or you could have got on recap entries, okay? So session recap, this is actually a mistake, I will correct it. So session recap 11th of May results, okay? Last week results. Check it. And for all of you who still do not know about my Twitter email, my Twitter handle, it's actually Tarantula FX. So guys, use my Twitter also to stay always in a full update of my analysis and the recap trades. So my Twitter ID is Tarantula FX. Session recap of 11th of May 2015. So last week results, guys. Euro dollar gave us 70 pips. GBP dollar didn't qualify. Australian dollar gave us 40 pips. Dollar Cad gave us 45 pips. New Zealand dollar gave us 60 pips. Total pips pool is 215, and I have chosen New Zealand dollar to be the trade of the week because it didn't have a single pip of a drawdown. Okay. Let us check the results now, because every week I always check results from previous week. So this was the plan for euro dollar. As you can see, euro dollar was actually ranging. So as I told you, we could have made two trades. Okay. Now it was up to you which one you will choose. Chris is asking, what does it mean didn't qualify? When I say didn't qualify, it means that the price didn't hit the level for entry. So the price was not close to our entry level. So that means didn't qualify. If I say stop loss, that means that our trade was stopped out. But previous week we didn't have any loss, okay? Every single trade was a win, which was of course qualified. So this was previous week euro dollar trades, and basically you could have traded sell around 12.20 with only 10 pip of a stop loss, or you could have traded breakout buy. I personally traded both of these setups and I was stopped out for this one, But then what happened is I immediately reversed my position because the price made it 235 pips about 12:30, and basically you can see what happened. It made straight to our target, okay, and later it went down, so we count this exactly as a good trade. If the price first touches stop loss at the first touch, then there is a stop loss, because we are trading, guys. We trade first touch, okay? We trade first touch, okay? We don't trade multiple touches, although you can trade it. I'm not saying that you do not trade or whatever, but you can trade it, okay? Sometimes it will be very profitable. This trade was very good because breakout buy setup actually gave us nice pips if you were in that trade. It was a good momentum to the upside, and we had a good trade. First touch, guys, always, I think I should put that in slides. First touch means, for example, if I say that price can be sold, for example, from this level, and price is entering the zone, the first entry touch of the zone is actually the first touch, okay? That means the first touch, guys, okay? Do not be confused with it. It means the first touch, okay? Okay? And this was a breakout of euro dollar, okay? You can see it here. Breakout of euro dollar, okay? 12:30 breakout of the level, okay? So this was actually a good trade, okay? This was breakout of this, and I clearly stated, guys, position breakout buy. So this was a breakout trade. How you trade breakouts, it's up to you. I taught you 3 ways to trade breakouts: trigger happy trades, breakout retest trades, or eventually breakout pullback continuation trades. Those are 3 ways how I teach people to trade breakouts. Okay? This was our second possible trade on GBP dollar, and you can see that we didn't have any touch of this level, and unfortunately for us, the trade didn't qualify because I told you that to buy at 54.90. What happened, basically price made some pullback, but it was not a pullback to this zone, and we basically missed this trade. But as I always am saying, when I say that the pair is in uptrend or downtrend, take it seriously, because it is. Either way, the price didn't hit our entry level, but look what happened. It followed the trend perfectly, and basically it came to 56, and even higher. But this trade was not qualified, and we didn't make any pips from it, okay? Australian dollar, guys, was good because I told you that we could have some breakout buy trade at 79.70 with 79.40 of a stop loss and 80.50. Price made the breakout point, stop loss was never hit. So initially it went up, then in a drawdown, then up again, for a total of some 40 pips of a breakout trade, okay? So after our entry, you could see that the price has really got into a nice profit of some 40 pips, guys, which is not bad, right? 40 pips for a breakout trade. It was not bad at all, okay? So Australian dollar was breakout by 79.70 with a stop loss of 30 pips and a target price of well, I made it initially 80, but it went to 40. So if you use trading stop, or you I don't know, manage the trade as you usually do, then you definitely made some pips. Okay, Modris is saying that he made 10 pips. Great, 10 pips is not bad at all. Dollar CAD, what did I tell you guys? Dollar CAD was a buy trade, yes. And I told you that if it comes to 90.80, you should look for a buy. This was our webinar time, and if you were patient enough, price perfectly come, touched the entry zone, and made some great pips. Also, this could have been a trade of the week. This was very, very good trade. And you can see we made some 50 pips at the spot. Exactly, guys. This is free money. Everything is free on these webinars, and everything is good. Chris is saying euro dollar is just dropping. Like you said, I'm in sell right now. Great. On my other account, I have a sell on euro yen. So yes, we are in a good profit now, guys. Just follow me, follow this analysis. You will be making good money. You will be making pips, and of course you will earn knowledge, because knowledge is something which is really in today's market conditions and today's life. Knowledge is something which we really need to be grateful for. And I'm very happy, really. I'm very happy when you make pips, and I'm extremely happy when you are happy with your trades, because it's just hard to live without money, and this is the world where we really need it. So, but as always, it's not everything about money in your life. You need to be also happy with the things you have, with your friends, with your family. And what did I tell you last time? When you have positive thoughts, when you are a positive person, you will always attract positive energy. So always try to think positively, always try to meditate and think positively, try to listen to binaural beats, and you will see that you will have success in your life, in your trading career. Whether you are a full-time trader or maybe a part-time trader, it doesn't matter. You just need to be positive and try to attract positive thoughts. Okay? Dollar CAD, exactly entry from our predicted spot. What happened? Bang. Nice trade, some 50 pips possible. So I hope that you made some money. New Zealand dollar for me was the trade of the week, definitely. As you can see, New Zealand dollar was was a very good trade. So the entry came perfectly timed, fine, great. 74.90 dropped to 73.60. So 60 pips from this trade almost hit our target, which was a 73.50. So this was the trade of the week, and I hope that you traded. If you didn't trade these things, then guys, sorry, because this was really good amount of pips, a good number of pips. Actually, I like this New Zealand trade a lot, which was very good. And if you ask me whether I love to trade this pair, I certainly do, because really this is great. New Zealand dollar is moving greatly. So yeah, and Modris is saying one of my first completed pending orders. So sometimes you will see that if you made a pending order, the price will hit your entry to the pip, and then usually it will initially proceed to your target. So it's nothing wrong with that. Everything is great. So let's see now what I prepare for you, what I have prepared for you. Okay, for this particular week. Okay, so let's see. Okay, okay, euro dollar. Okay, euro dollar. This is what I see on euro dollar. I will try to buy euro dollar if it gets to 12.85. Okay, If it gets to 12.85, I will, as I say, try to buy euro dollar. Okay. Stop loss would be then 12.45, but we will see if it will happen. But guys, you know how I trade. What is my favorite way to trade? I always want to see a little bigger of a pullback. I want to see bigger pullback, because if you trade with a bigger pullback, chances are that you can really make a good pip count. Okay, so try to trade with a bigger pullback, and usually you will have a success with initial pip count. Okay, when I say initial pip count, I always refer to first touches of the levels. Okay, initial pip count. So euro dollar is in uptrend, still is, although we have a bigger retracement. 12.85 is our entry, 12.45 is stop loss, 13.70 is the target, guys. Alternative sell can kick in at 14.85 with stop loss of 15.00 and trailing stop. Alternative another sell can kick in at 15.30, stop loss 15.60, trailing stop. So this is the plan for euro dollar. Okay. Yeah, let the fun begin. So let's see. This is actually what I see on euro dollar at the moment. So if we see that basically euro dollar is dropping, we want to buy it at this level with this stop loss, with this target. Of course, use trailing stop, because we are trading intraday. Alternative sell trade can kick in this level. This is stop loss, and eventually this is also a good level to sell. So I gave you one position trade and two counter trend trades set up. Okay, and let's see why I think this should be it. Okay, euro dollar 12.85, very clear, guys. Euro dollar 12.85. You can see 12.85. Yes, always add a spread if you are buying, but spread is very low if you're trading with other markets. Spread is something like 1 for 2 pips, so it's really low spread. So sometimes even on prime account it's even lower. So you see, we have L5 here, which is actually a good level because it's a support. You don't want to sell into big support. Usually you want to buy into a big support. Okay, this is our possible buy target here, and you can see a previous swing, and this is also a double top previous. So this zone here, 12.85 to 13.00, watch this, and there could be some buy opportunities in this zone. Okay, previous swing L5. Okay, so there could be some good opportunities. Previous swing, breakout point, confluence with L5. Okay, so there could be some nice buying opportunities if euro dollar drops. Okay, but you see, it's currently being rejected. So if you're in a short trade, maybe it's good time to put your trailing stop or to take some profits, because this is a support now, 88.6. Okay. Let's see what I have prepared for you with pound. Pound is in uptrend. 56.15 is my buy spot. 15.585 is my stop loss. 57.40 is my target. Now, if it hits 57.30 to 40, guys, we could sell this. 57.45 is the target, so is the stop loss. You see, this is very low stop loss. Why? Because we have a possible breakout spot. If breakout trade at 57.50 does not hold. Okay, pound, look at this on pound. So pound is still, guys, in uptrend. Okay, even if you take a look at this spot, you can see that it actually now is 88.6, so it's 78.6. So from this spot, pound can jump. If it hits this level here, because we have a confluence of trend lines, also we could see some good movement towards short trades. Okay, so look at this. The price is currently rejecting. If it gets to 56.15 here, something like this spot, I would be looking to buy because it's a previous breakout spot. And also, if we take a look on 4-hour chart and put a Fibonacci, we would have seen a good confluence at this level here. If you want to sell this pair, then this is a good level to sell. 57.40. We have double trend line, okay, double trend line here, and we can also see 50 confluence with this double trend line. You can even put some. I will show you this if you open 4-hour chart. Here you can see this is almost a double top. Okay, this is almost a double top, and if this level breaks here, 57.50, there could be an instant buy towards 58.10. So pay attention, guys, to this zone here and this spot for buying. Okay, so this is GBP dollar analysis and possible GBP dollar buy trade. Okay, snapshot this and be ready if it happens. Okay, euro yen, I already closed my euro yen trade. I had some 15 pips of a profit because it's the end of the day session, and if euro dollar jumps, euro yen will surely jump. So I already closed it. Okay, now let's see other trade, potential trade. Australian dollar. Australian dollar is a possible buy trade, but guys, do not forget that today is monetary policy meeting minutes. So there will be some conference going on in Australia, and there will be a possible big volatility on Australian dollar during this night. So if you still want to trade Australian dollar, guys, then I suggest you can basically wait for 79.00. Do not use big leverage because you will need to have 50 pip stop and your target will be 80.50. This is just from trend perspective. I won't be trading because meeting minutes can be very, very volatile, but this is how you can handle this trade. As you can see, we had a low here, we also had a high here, and this was basically some range before breakout happened. What can happen is, again, that the price comes close to this region here, 79.00, and it can be rejected again because 79.00 is actually 88.6 confluence. Okay, I think that Australian dollar is currently bought on dips, and pay attention to this level if you still want to trade after meeting minutes. Okay, it's bought on dips. Okay, and pay attention to a possible buy trade. Okay, Modris is saying something is not right with numbers. Which numbers, Modris? These are numbers for Australian dollar, and you can also take a look at your chart. Okay, so I don't know which numbers. I don't see any comments, so it's okay. Okay. So 79.00, which is a confluence of 88.6 previous swing, you need to have 50 pip stop loss with this target. But guys, be warned, this is monetary policy meeting minutes. but pay attention to price action if you will attend this news and if you will be close to your computer. Euro Cad 37.15 buy trade, 36.80 stop loss, 37.80 is target price. Okay, Euro Cad is in uptrend, guys. Even in 15-minute time frame, you can see how it behaves. It has made cup and handle pattern, and this happened after a V-shape or diving ball reversal, and it's in a huge uptrend. As you can see, this pair is following two steep trend lines, so you should be warned that we really need a bigger pullback if you want to buy this pair. On 1 hour chart, you can also see this diving board pattern and a V-shape reversal. So actually, I'm looking for a deeper pullback. What I would like to see is that it hits 37.15 and it can jump. So this could be a good trade if we get it to this level. Okay, but we still need to wait and see if this trade kicks in. So 78.6, a possible bounce from this spot. Okay, possible bounce from this spot. 78.6, 37.15, confluence with a previous swing low and previous breakout point. And also, guys, if you take a quick look at this, you can see a trend line here. So pay attention to these levels and possible bounce from this zone. Okay, if it happens in next 2 days. And the final trade which I made really a good money with last week was dollar yen. If you remember my analysis for dollar yen, which I did with Forex Street and Admiral Markets, I told you that the dollar yen is still in uptrend and we can definitely have a buy position. I will show you where you can also follow, of course, Admiral Markets website, but also, guys, I will show you now. So this is Admiral Markets website where I put the analysis every day, and you can also watch for Forex Street, because sometimes I put analysis on Forex Street only. As you can see, this was the analysis. Dollar yen is still bottom dips. As you can see, that basically from this spot, as I told you, you could have made a buy trade. And actually, I'm buying the dips on dollar yen because it's a trend and it's something like range, but this is a range with a bullish connotation. So dollar yen is bottom dips, and you can see basically how it looks on 1 hour time frame. Strong uptrend, and the setup for dollar yen is 119.40. Possible buy trade with 109.10 stop loss. We have a target of 120.05. So very straightforward. Fibonacci from this zone to this zone. This looks like a potential cup and handle pattern, also with a confluence at this spot of a trend line 50 retracement, which is actually 119.40, and stop loss should be just below this level. So only 20 pip for a stop loss, and a potentially very good risk to reward trade. Okay, potentially very good risk to reward trade. So guys, these are setups for this week. Now, of course, if you have any questions, I can gladly answer. Okay, so you can ask me freely. 12.25, do you think it could get there also? Yen is asking for euro dollar. From this point, I don't see 12.25. I see 12.85. But if something happens, with Greece, then yes. But technically, no. Euro Cad. Yeah, I made a mistake with numbers. Let's see Euro Cad. But you understand, even if I make a typo, guys, you understand what I'm implying, right? Yes, it's 1:30. It's 1:37.15. Yes, guys, I will correct it now. Okay, thank you for noticing. I will correct it. And it should go like this. Okay, now, yeah, EuroCAD is buy trade. That is what I wrote here. Yeah, it's a buy trade. Let's see other questions if you have. Let's see. What is the lot size? Guys, for lot size, you need to know your account, and your account balance, free margin, and stop loss will usually make your initial lot size. I can only tell you my advice that you do not risk more than 0.5% of your account for each trade. If you want to gamble, you can risk more, but if you want to trade properly, 0.5% of a risk is a good risk. Okay? Alternative sell trade, Chris, means that you're taking counter trend position. Okay? So alternative, okay, counter trade. The question, why do I have additional levels on fibs? Because by default, 78.6 and 88.6 are not put into a MetaTrader, but I think that these two levels are very important. Some are saying that 50 and 60 are important. Yes, some teachers and some mentors tell you that 50 and 60 are important. I will tell you that 78.6 and 88.6 are more important. Okay? So some will tell you that these levels are more important, but I think that 78.6 and 88.6 are more important. So it's just other school. My school is saying put 78.6 and 88.6 on your chart and just watch reactions when it happens, okay? So 78.6, 88.6, definitely very important level. Next question. Yes, you can use these levels, so no problem at all. No problem at all. How many pips trailing stop? I usually trail stop after 15 or 20 pips. Usually, I trail stop after 15 or 20 pips. Sometimes, if I see that momentum is really strong, I can trail it after 30 pips. But I need to see strong momentum. Gbp Cad, definitely Gbp Cad. I will show you Gbp Cad. This is a strong uptrend. Always try to spot previous swing when you trade currency pairs. So for 1 hour, this was previous swing. If you put Fibonacci levels here from this spot to this spot, you can clearly see that this spot 91 to 81 is confluence zone. So if it pulls back to these levels, maybe you can make some scalps even in Asia session. So this is Gbp Cad on higher time frames. Gbp Cad has made a breakout also. You can see it's 89.90, so it might retrace here and maybe bang, it can go up again. Okay, so pay attention. Yes, I will show you the slides now. Stella is asking, can we see the slides? Of course. These are the slides, euro dollar. I will go through this carefully so you can snapshot the chart. So guys, euro dollar. Just watch the chart and snapshot it, okay? So this was the results. Euro dollar. Snapshot this if you didn't, if you already. DEX. Yeah, I forgot about DEX. I will definitely. I forgot about DEX. You know, Milne, I can tell you about DEX, but the thing is, my suggestion is that you can and you should trade DEX on market open. or at the major market open. So it means London and New York. But London open on DAX is usually very strong. So I need to calculate how I can do it, but it will be only valid for London open. And I will do it, but I still need some time to get into DAX. I know how it can be traded, but the thing is, it's the best to trade it at the open. Okay. Christian is asking, are you going to start doing recaps on DAX? Yes, I will, Christian, but I need just a few more weeks, and then I will be doing recaps also on DAX. So I will always be a Forex trader, analyst, and mentor, but maybe next webinar, in addition to Forex trading, I will also give you advice for indices such as DAX. Okay, so don't worry. Yes, I will also do it. Okay. Okay. If you can say something about gold. Well, gold is, I don't trade gold. I can tell you, of course, something about gold, but to be honest, I'm not a big fan of gold because you can see it's always best to look from a bigger picture on gold, and you can see it's uptrend, it's bottom dips, and standard technical analysis says that we always put swing levels before we make any trend trade. So these are most important swing levels for gold. And now if you make Fibonacci here, I always watch for previous swings, guys. So you can see that from 4-hour perspective, this is potentially good place to buy it. So watch for 12.1880 and 12.15.15. So these levels are buy spots for gold. Okay. Yes, on gold it looks like it's a buy because 4-hour there is uptrend, and if you drop to 1-hour perspective, you can see clearly V-shaped reversal diving board, and you can see confluence of 61.8 previous 4-hour swing and 78.6 previous 4-hour swing. So always when I do my analysis, I always look for higher time frame swings in addition to confluence points. Okay. So this is about gold. Yes, I will roll on slides again. And GBPN, I have a question about GBPN, no worries. So this is euro dollar, this is pound dollar. I'm rolling the slides again, and then I will take a look into GBPN, of course, guys. Okay. Why not? Australian dollar. Okay. Euro Cad. Okay, watch for this. Then dollar yen. Okay. And that is all about these setups. I hope that you snapshot these charts. GBP yen, yes. GBP yen, I will open GBP yen pair. Okay. Can you show why the areas you choose for buy cable are on chart? Yes, I will show you. Greg is asking, did you see my question? At what price time did you enter on NU? New Zealand, you mean New Zealand, right? I will show you, Greg. Okay. This was our webinar time, Greg. And exactly if you made a pending order, it was 2 days after, and you can see 74.20, bang, straight drop to 73.60. Okay. Okay, GBPN and GBPOD. GBPN, of course. Let me show you the screen. Okay, GBPN. This is how GBPN looks like. Now tell me, what do you see on GBPN? I don't see anything on GBPN. This is range, and I really don't like to trade in range. Okay, so this is GBPN. Look, it's the range. It's bought, but it's still the range. So I don't like how it looks at this point. Okay, it's too much of a range. If you open 4-hour time frame, you can also see the range here. So this is range, and pound yen is not suitable for trend trading. The question is again about New Zealand, Greg. New Zealand, I will show you New Zealand again. Where we had our previous week webinar, 11th of May, okay, 7 o'clock. And look at this. If you had pending order on 13th of May at 3 o'clock, so it's 1 o'clock my time, 2 o'clock my time, it's 3 o'clock platform time, and it's actually 12 o'clock GMT, you could have made with this entry, okay? Okay. And Euro Cad, okay, this is. And again, the question, pound dollar, why do I see? Because I want to buy pound if it hits this level. I want to buy, because if you look 4-hour time frame, it's uptrend. Previous swing is this point, and I think that exactly at this point we can see buying opportunities. 56.15, okay, possible buy spot on GBP dollar. Okay, Yen is asking again, what do you mean by first touch? For example, 56.15 we have here on GBP dollar, and price now is 56.75. Initially, when it comes to close to 56.13, some 10 pips from it, I call it first touch. So the first touch of this zone is usually our entry, and the first touch of the zone is our entry. Okay, so guys, do not be confused when I say first touch. First touch is the first touch where we make entries. Okay, okay, and yes, in maybe in some near future, I will definitely make DEX levels and DEX trading opportunities on recaps, because DEX is moving in a counter correlation versus euro dollar. So when DEX is going down, euro dollar is going up, and when euro dollar is going up, DEX is going down. And actually DEX is very strong, much stronger in movement than euro dollar, so we can make some good entries by trading that. Okay, so guys, I don't see any question. I hope I can ask another question. It's about MT4. How can I modify closing price? Closing price. How can I see what the Japanese see? You cannot see what the Japanese traders see if your platform is a GMT time. So do not listen to what I'm saying. Admiral Markets uses Eastern Europe, which is actually corresponding to New York close. And actually that's a great thing, because usually closes of the candles on other market charts are effectively closes of candles on New York traders. So it's actually, this is very, very, very accurate. So you don't need to see what Japanese see, because you are not trading from Japan, you're trading from Europe, and Admiral Markets platform is giving you good, great closing prices. Okay. Okay. So do I see another question? I hope that I have answered all the questions. If you have any further question, you can ask me. If you don't have any questions, guys, then we are ready to go and see what can happen with our trades during this week. Of course, be very careful, as I say, okay, because the price will be volatile on Australian dollar, but maybe we can have good trade on Australian dollar. Okay, so I don't see any questions. You need to make 2-hour webinars. Yes, guys, I know this is one of the most popular webinars. So yeah, maybe in the future, but I don't see now any further questions. So I'm really going through all of these comments and questions, guys. There is a lot of comments. There is really a lot of people here, and sometimes if I miss some questions, guys, please do not take any offense. I'm really trying to read all of your comments and questions. If I miss something, then you just need to know that I'm really trying to read everything. Chris is saying I also trade Ichimoku. Ichimoku is different from my Camarilla MACD. But I don't say that Ichimoku is not good, but it's different from my Camarilla MACD. So it doesn't matter. Ichimoku can be also good if it agrees with my levels and my trade proposals. Then great, you have double confirmation. But everything which I post here is done by Camarilla MACD. Okay. So guys, this is everything we had. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Admiral Markets website. Tomorrow I will update the analysis, maybe some other pairs. I hope that you will make some money, and I'm very glad that you made money with this recap and of course with today's euro dollar trade. This is what I've been looking, this is what I see now. Pay attention to dollar yen, it's great to buy on dips. Pay attention to Australian dollar after monetary policy, but be very careful, guys, and watch for sells if euro dollar hits these levels. If not, then we can make some money, I think, by trading 12.85. Let's see what will happen, guys. Okay, I wish you a very successful week. I will be here with you very, very soon, guys. And still, if you have any questions which I didn't answer, please write me on my email. I will answer. Thank you. I wish you a great week. And as I always say, trade safe.